Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to Xbox On. It is almost time for the highly anticipated Crackdown 3 to release, an Xbox staple and a franchise favourite that's created many smashing memories for fans of the series. Join us as we explore everything there is to see about this Xbox exclusive title. Watch out as we might head into spoiler territory.
Fact 1. Crackdown 3 is an open-world, third-person action game that gives you all the tools to smash and dash with intense, large-scale environmental destruction. Just like in the previous games, you're an agent with some intense superhuman capabilities, like immense strength to pick up cars and toss them at enemies, or throw incredibly powerful punches, like a mashup of Captain America and Black Widow in a low-gravity Blade Runner world. In Crackdown 1 and 2, traversing the open world was made fun and easy. You could jump high off the ground and leap great distances before spinning and smacking an unsuspecting bad guy right in the face. An arsenal of assault rifles, rocket launchers and more let you obliterate anything in sight, all in the name of sweet, sweet justice. If you're after that same thing, but looking even better than ever, then great news. So all that great stuff is returning in the new game, while you're put in the shoes of a new main character, Commander Jackson.
Somebody give me my jam!
Fact 2. 10 lovely, calm years have passed since Crackdown 2. The people of Pacific City are basking in some very ordinary crime and recovering after the silly amounts of destruction that we've still not been billed for. The last game ended after a disgruntled ex-agency employee unleashed the freak virus among the good citizens of Pacific City, turning them into horrific mutated catastrophes that roamed around and tried to kill absolutely everything they could find. Obviously, not an ideal situation. Further complicated by the fact the agents that would usually deal with this nature of problems had been hit by the same sinister virus and had been completely incapacitated. And by that, I mean, they all died. Horribly. It's like when you get the flu and then your mum gets the flu too, and there's no one there to look after the achy, sniffly, sorry mess that you've become. Anyway, you were left to clean up this mess and figure out how to stop the inhabitants of the city from turning against you and the agency, in a misguided attempt to find the cure to the freak virus. It all ends when you nobly sacrifice yourself for the good of the people. Nice one.
Fact 3. Terranova are your brand new enemy. Fast forward 10 years to the brand new game, and an unknown source has just killed the power around the entire city. Turns out all the trouble has come from New Providence and this new mysterious corporation, Terranova, who are being a bit of a pain while secretly covering for a hierarchy of villains. The agency are once again called in, this time with Commander Jackson at the helm, voiced by the one and only uber charismatic Terry Crews.
Bigger! Jackson!
You'll need to take down the bosses and kingpins by destroying their facilities and just generally being a nuisance until they're forced to deal with you like a child in a sweet shop. Not that I've ever done that before. If you don't want to deal with the small fry members of Terranova, then you could go straight to the main boss in the open world if you like, but see how that works out for you.
Fact 4. This game is ridiculous in the best way possible. So, you're playing Crackdown, having a bit of fun, but what are you really doing? I can tell you what you should be doing: leveling up one of your 5 core skills: agility, strength, driving, explosives, and firearms. There are orbs hanging around after you defeat enemies, and you'll spend them on one of these skills as you progress in the game. These will help buff your stats to make your experience better when you're using some of the sillier additions to the game. For example, the black hole gun. When you fire it, it will suck up all those enemies and objects in the vicinity and bring them all together, ready for a well-timed explosive. As you level up, you can suck even bigger objects and create even bigger inconveniences. It's a Benny hole. I can't wait to try it. Maybe I'll finally find my keys. Be a really efficient way to clean up a bedroom covered in clothes too. I'll be right back.
Fact 5. Multiplayer is fun. How could it not be? We got to try a mode called Agent Hunter. You fight 5v5 in a 10-minute round where the teams go head-to-head and kill each other and obtain the greatest number of badges that drop upon death. The badges will disappear after 10 seconds or so you gotta get your Swifty on to grab them, otherwise you've just wasted your bullets. There's verticality on the maps to bear in mind as well. Enemies can be above or below you, and so can their badges. We got to play on the Blackout Zone map, and its backstory being that it's part of the simulation that the agency uses to train their agents. As you dive into the game, you can move right out of spawn via some launch pads that zoom you right across the map, Halo style. It's all about that sweet positioning and timing, aka game sense, as there are always ways to see the enemies and your teammates via their silhouettes. During combat, you can buff your character with overdrive energy that charges depending on your impact in the game via kills, assists, and destruction, and can be increased with red orbs found around the map. When the overdrive bar on the bottom left is full, you can activate and become a super agent, faster, more resistant, and more powerful for a short amount of time. Another minor thing to mention, the multiplayer on an entire game, in fact, is cross-platform too, meaning you can play with your buds on PC if that's something you're after.
Pack 6. You can play Crackdown whichever way you want to. The cool thing about Crackdown is it just doesn't care how you play it. It basically says, here are some tools, off you go and have some fun, you cheeky scamp. You can double jump, dodge about, boosting in midair, and use your melee to get that surprise slam on a foe. There are a bunch of guns that do all sorts of things that, when used creatively, can get some really smashing results. The world is truly beautiful though, and what better way to celebrate that than tearing it all down? The one thing you should maybe go a little less gung-ho on is figuring out your enemy's weaknesses and exploiting them with efficiency. Like figuring out the fact that mechanoids are weak to fire, much like humanoids on planet Earth who are also weak to fire. This will save you a lot of stress in the long term. You can team up with 4 friends as you undertake the monumental task of dismantling Terranova, or maybe just play on your own, because who wants to play with Charley?
Fact 7. You can summon your car like Kit from Knight Rider. Yep, basically exactly what I said there in the title. You have a snazzy looking car that you can summon like a faithful 4-wheel dog companion. It will drive up to you at some speed though, so watch out that you don't get run over when you're not paying attention, which definitely did not happen to us. We are professionals, of course. Once you hop into the car, don't expect it to bring you from A to B. It can do so much more. You can level up your mechanical steed to unlock new forms, one of which allows you to climb walls and mountainsides, for example. That's right, video game horses, you have competition. You can further upgrade these skills to do some pretty insane stuff, like turning your car into a tank to cause the maximum possible mayhem. You can drive pretty much any car you want, but this car is your main bay and will be there for you whenever you need a call upon your most desperate hour, or maybe just when you want to smash something in a new way.
Multiplayer is planned to be a huge asset to Crackdown, and this is helped by one of the funky new features with the game making good use of cloud computing. This means the info about the stuff you do in the game will be beamed up and sent to the cloud, using its cloud computing functionality to calculate and render real-time damage to buildings. What does that mean for you? It means the environment around you is fully destructible. Skyscrapers can fall for everyone around you in real time, and you can change the battlefield for everyone playing. That's a lot of power to have, so please use it wisely.
Fact 9! It's available on Game Pass from day 1! We've saved the best fact for last. As soon as release day hits, Crackdown 3 will be available to play if you're subscribed to Xbox Game Pass. You can even preload it, meaning the world is your destructible oyster from day 1. Anyway, for those of you that don't know what Xbox Game Pass is, it's the best way to play new exclusive on launch day, as well as a huge back catalogue of over 100 games. So it's basically worth checking out as a way of playing.
Well, there you go, a crash course in Crackdown 3, which releases on Friday the 15th of February to buy on Xbox or Windows PC. It's a play anywhere title, meaning if you own it on Xbox, you can play on PC too with the same copy. It's a play anywhere and cross-platform title, and it's Xbox One X Enhanced too to top it all off.
Thanks for watching, and let us know if you're excited. We'll be live streaming lots over on our Mixer channel, so give us a follow if you want to check out over there on mixer.com/Xbox On. See you next time.